how did their love story begin? It was the spring of 2016 at the PBS station in Peoria. He is an employee there for 3 months when she gets hired as an intern. She is introduced to 11 people on her first day. His first impression, she's so cute. But she would not be interested in me. And he had learned in school to not get personally involved with interns. Her first impression, he looks like a kind and patient man because he is one of the youngest people in the office. Still is. She's on the marketing side. He's more on the programming side, so they only interact at some events every once in a while. 7 months in, she wants to test the water. She talks to the person next to him, Mark. Her goal is to pull John into the conversation. One day, Mark says to her, "Oh, you're a girl. Where do you think John should take," and names a woman, "to dinner?" He names 2 restaurants. She is crushed. There goes that chance, she thinks. She did suggest a restaurant. They go to a different one. She interacts with him less. Being a guy, he's oblivious of her interest in him, or that she is talking to him less. She decides to friend request him on Facebook. She does this so she can keep an eye on the girl he took to dinner. That girl shows up a few times, and after a month, no more. Mannheim Steamroller is coming to Bloomington. If the tickets aren't taken in the pledge drive, employees get them for free. She is offered 2. She asks her friends to go, including Danielle, her then roommate, now maid of honor. No one can go. If she's going to make it, she has to leave in a few hours. She asks Danielle, "What about me asking John? Do you think he'll go?" Danielle replies, "Doesn't hurt to ask. Worst he can do is say no. You'll know he's not interested." She reaches out to him via Facebook Messenger. "Would you have any interest in going to a Mannheim Steamroller concert in Bloomington tonight?" He replies with those romantic words, "I wanted to go, but couldn't find anyone to go with." He had been offered tickets before she had. "I have an extra one," she writes. "Want to go?" Yes. She drives, for his car was always dirty or in need of repair. So she picks him up at his apartment. They're both dressed in business casual. He thinks of it as a work event, not a date. In her mind, it's a date. It's a 45-minute drive each way, and she's concerned if there will be a conversation. There is. It's comfortable for both of them. Neither had had dinner. He goes to the concession stand during the concert. He buys pulled pork nachos. To her, it's too messy. He thinks it's not a date. She declines eating them. It's too messy for a date. But if she were there with her girlfriend, she would have had some. They drive back. She drops him off. No hug, certainly no kiss. He's trying to play it cool. He's had a crush on her since he first saw her. She thinks, he didn't even think it was a date. He doesn't like me. Their second time together, they see a movie. It's his idea this time. But he does not put his arm around her during the movie. And they go to a karaoke bar. He sings, she watches. She didn't want to show all her cards. Not sure if he's into her or not. Didn't want to be overzealous. He wants to take it slow and see how she's feeling about the whole situation. She does like him. He's fun. They like the same things. Yet she still thinks, he must not like me. They have drinks, then part ways. They hug goodbye. Still nothing to indicate more. She remembers for the next 2 weeks they did not see each other. She's a senior in college, finals, getting ready for Christmas break. She tells him she's going home to Fox Lake. He invites her to his apartment to cook dinner. She goes over, but he does not have all the ingredients. So he picks out a fancy place for carryout, Little Caesar's Pizza. She had previously told Danielle, if he doesn't make a move, I'm done. After dinner, they sit on the couch and watch TV. He tells her, you have pretty eyes and a nice smile. She's so excited. He's interested. Then he kisses her. A few weeks later, during her Christmas break, he comes up to see her. It's between Christmas and New Year's, and they go to the Volo Antique Mall and Car Museum. When she is back at school in mid-January, they have the Define the Relationship talk. They have been dating ever since. How did John propose to Kaitlin? They look at engagement rings. They go to Bremer, a local jewelry store, and together they design the ring. She does not know when it will be ready or when he picks it up. He gets the ring 2 months before he proposes. He hides it in the basement. She rarely goes down there, and nor do the cats. She does bug him about the ring. When is it going to happen? He learned not to be tempted to spill his secret. They're trying to have family and friends come to Peoria for a Labor Day barbecue to see the house. They live so far that timing didn't work out for most, but Brad, the best man, and Danielle, the maid of honor, do come down on Labor Day weekend 2020. They both know what's coming. On Friday, the holiday weekend, Danielle arrives. The three of them are trying to figure out what to do for dinner, and they agree to do Monocle's Pizza. I'll go get it, John says. Typical of him, save the delivery fee. I'll go with you, says Danielle. Kaitlin thinks she means all three of them will go, and that Danielle will treat them to dinner. So Kaitlin says, I'll go too. No, you stay here, Danielle says. Now Kaitlin is suspicious. So only John and Danielle go, and indeed, Danielle buys. Saturday morning, they're going to Tanner's apple orchard. It's warm, in the 80s. Kaitlin says to Danielle, I want to go casual. What are you wearing? Danielle shows her a summer dress. This is what I'm wearing. Don't go so casual. Dress up a little bit. Kaitlin is now more suspicious. Brad meets them at the apple orchard at noon. They pick their own apples, Honeycrisp and Gala. They all go in the trailer tractor, but separate from the kids. Danielle and Brad fall back a bit. John gives her a signal. Oh, this is a really good spot for a photo, Danielle says. Kaitlin doesn't think much of that. Danielle is into her Instagram photos. Kaitlin turns around. He's on one knee with an open ring box. She puts her hand over her mouth. He grabs one of her hands to hold it. He had prepared a speech. He could not sleep the night before, preparing it. Your family took me in as one of their own. I love you. I want to spend the rest of our lives together. I want a family of our own. He ends with, will you marry me? She immediately says yes, repeatedly. He puts the ring on her finger. They hug and kiss, and that's what brings us to today.